Hello YouTubers, today we got a surprise package from SpeakerFreak95. Yeah, that's right, SpeakerFreak95. I'm sure a lot of you out there are familiar with his channel. He posts some great content. If you want to check out his channel, I'll put the link in the description. But I finally got it right here. So let's open it with my utility knife. Don't mind the pieces of paper. Just cover up some confidential information that don't want to leak on to YouTube. So open the sides here. And if you haven't seen his recent videos, you should check them out, because this wasn't featured in his very recent video prior to shipping this out to me. So which I'll put that link in the description if you guys want to check it out, but kind of gives it inside history of where this came from and whatnot. So yeah, packed it very good, he told, as he emailed, we emailed each other back and forth. So he told me that he packed it up really good. So yeah, here it is. That's right, guys. It's an antique. The driver's not really antique because they've been replaced, as he told me, but by the installers probably back in the 80s. Yes, back in the 80s, but here we go. Get this out of the way. That's right, you guys. Stromberg Carlson intercom speaker. The very first of its kind to be installed on the system. So here it is on the ground, as it would look on the wall. Pretty cool. Now, he said he pulled this out of his old elementary school. And he said this particular one came from the gymnasium, which obviously there's a lot of history behind this one here. True wood cabinet. Not that cheap particle board stuff you get nowadays with the simulated modern intercom speakers. So as I said, this driver is not original. It would have had a Stromberg Carlson driver in it, which I'll also put another video in the description of him demonstrating one of these in action with the original driver. Now, this driver, I believe, is made by Bogan, and this is a 25 volt driver. As he mentioned in that video, it's 25 volts. So what I'm going to do here in a little bit is I'm going to set this up in conjunction with the new line of Atlas Sound products, the AA30P HD. So yeah, we'll get the setup here in a little bit. Please note, he actually has the original system to this, which is kind of cool. And he demonstrated it in the video. So now here it is. It's going to be on a complete different system. So yeah, I'll hook this up and we'll start testing it out. Okay guys, so quick correction. It's a Stromberg, not a Stromberg, as I probably mentioned in the beginning. Got a little excited here, so yeah, I've been waiting for this for maybe almost a couple of weeks now. So yeah, check out these screws here. These are very fancy looking screws. You could tell right away that a lot of work went into this back when these were in production. There's a little notch out down here, which yeah, it's kind of covered, obstructed by some paint, but completely fine with me because it gives it character. These sides are all open, if you already did not see it. This fabric is in real good shape. I poked the flashlight in through the fabric here, and this does have a whizzer cone, so, and a little bit of a ridge around, kind of like the Ryland speakers usually have. So yeah, there's the back once again. Have it tapped at the full 5 watts like it originally was tapped at back when this was installed at the gymnasium. Got 2 little hooks on the top, which will be handy. Which, by the way, I do have a plan. I actually have a spot ready for this. It's going to go right here, but this one I'm going to end up moving it to the shop. Now the nice thing about this is the wires already just go through, so there's already a set of wires up there. So there won't be no wires coming out of the side. I just put 2 screws or nails, and I should just be able to hang it up, obviously level it of course. So I have this running all the way to my AA30 PhD, a modern piece of audio equipment made by Atlas Sound. So yeah, we'll play some music. It sounds really good. The signal light. Sounds really good. Fabric. Now, of course, I'm not going to turn this up anymore as I don't want the peak light to come on because I don't want to deal with that mess again with the fuse going out. Now, about the PHD function, PHD only applies to the 70 volt systems. It does not apply to the 25 volt sides, so we don't even bother doing the PHD test because probably this amp might have a little freak out about that. First of its kind to be in here. Now the system that this got pulled from, you could apparently, the fun fact about this driver, this actually could have been used as a microphone too for that system it was pulled from. I forget the exact model of that system. It was made by Bogan. It was like a call type system where it had these little switches, but I'll put the video link in the description. He demonstrates it all in action, including this one. So yeah. And it actually sounds not too bad. So these actually could be used as microphones on that system. Just kind of odd. Kind of odd for me to see, but it actually surprisingly sounds good. But this is only just one-way type communication in this setup. None of these are used as microphones. In fact, I'm going to try to maybe hook this up in conjunction with these 2 qualms I got from Metro Center. So I'll set that up here in a little bit. Okay guys, so I got these 2 qualms here hooked up in conjunction with this, and I'm just using this sort of as a junction box, so there's where all the connections are made. The white wire is a home run. This gray wire is what attaches to these 2. And they actually sound pretty good together. They're equal. So, yeah. Still hooked up to the PhD. So. Yeah, sounds really good. 2 speakers from Metro Center hooked up with this. That SpeakerFreak95 gave me. Yeah, he pulled out of his school. Completely different time periods, but that'll work. So, kind of a mixed system going on here. So yeah, there's a mixed system in action, which, believe it or not, is probably still a thing in some of these older schools. The new stuff in with the old stuff, so I like seeing that kind of stuff. And you may notice all of this mess here. Well, I'm getting ready to prepare a spot for that Stromberg Carlson speaker, so I'm going to put it right up over here. Luckily, there's already 2 wires just going through the wall up in here. And I'm also, for the time being, I just want that independently hooked up directly to the AA30PHG until I'm ready to hook it to my other system. Now I got this mess of wires up here I got to trace through. I'm pretty sure it's this one here. This set that goes out here to these wires. Don't worry, these are not active. Those of you that get worried about that. And I got another update to tell you guys, which that will be probably happening soon. So I have made the decision to use this AA120 to drive just this side alone, because I did some experiments earlier and I found that the hiss is very, very low on this compared to the TOA BG1120 amps. So I have not tested the page on this, but it has mute revision and all that built in, and it actually sounds really good. And I have a bass and treble control on the front rather than the shafts being on the back of this amps. Because, you know, the bass and the treble controls are in the back of these amps, which sometimes could get a little annoying to adjust. Yeah, so I might be upgrading to this. That's part of probably redoing my desk area here, because I'm going to actually be extending this desk, and I plan on putting this amp kind of in this little area here, like a shelf. And also the chair will be facing something like that, but I'm still experimenting in mine. It's not for sure yet. I'm still deciding, but I won't. And even if I decide, it's not going to probably be for another maybe couple weeks, as I will be leaving town here in a few days. So might pick up some more goodies on the way, possibly some more PA type goodies to show you guys. We'll see how that goes. So, and again, a special thanks to SpeakerFreak95 for sending this over to be installed on the system. And I'll put those videos in the description for those of you that want to see this exact speaker in action. Look for this spot here. If you see, it's that one, he has it on the table next to the Bogan interface, the Bogan system. So it is right next to it, so you'll get to see it in action. He gives a brief history of where this particular one came from. So yeah, stay tuned for more. I got more updates to show you guys soon. So